If you're not listening to Pubcast, the terrorists are winning. That's what Jay Moore says.
Welcome to the Pubcast. Sit down and enjoy a pint.
All right, welcome to the Princess Bride episode of the Pubcast. Allison and Eric join me to discuss this classic from 1987, and we all agree that we've never heard a negative word about this movie. I mean, what is there to criticize? The special effects? It's all part of the charm of this crazy sort of 80s fairy tale. The Princess Bride is yet another movie from this era that is extremely quotable, and I'm pretty sure Andre the Giant should have received some sort of an Oscar nomination for his role as Fezzik. So, climb the cliffs of insanity with us as we break down The Princess Bride.
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
Oh, inconceivable!
I won't always come for you.
How can you be sure?
This is true love.
Hold it. Is this a kissing book?
And this is a special book.
Is it got any sports in it?
Are you kidding? Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
See? The cliffs of insanity! He didn't fall? Inconceivable.
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
My Wesley will always come for me.
Your Wesley is dead.
I've seen worse.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!
Where's Buttercup? Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is marrying Humperdink, so all we have to do is get in, break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape. There doesn't leave much time for dilly-dally.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
You've always been so kind to me, and I won't be seeing you again, since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Ha-ha, you fool! Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line!
As you wish.
All right, The Princess Bride, 1987. This no-nonsense plot has kind of a key typo in it, which is a good one. I'll read it as written, and then we'll address the typo.
Okay.
While homesick in bed, a young boy's grandfather reads him the story of a farm boy turned pirate who encounters numerous obstacles, enemies, and allies in his quest to be reunited with his true love. He's not homesick in bed. He's homesick in bed.
They put homesick as one word.
Yeah, so they missed the space. But homesick is an entirely different thing than being homesick.
I was listening for it. I'm not hearing.
Not exactly a typo, but a space is missing, right? Yeah. So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Overall reaction to the movie, where you saw it, when you saw it, impact, our favorite stuff, what you like, don't like, whatever. I don't think I definitely didn't see this in the theater.
I definitely did not. I'm pretty sure I saw it in college.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my roommate Sepna had it on VHS, and we watched it in a dorm room.
Worn it out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw it before college, though.
Really?
I saw it at some point in high school.
I also did not see it in the theater. I was junior high-ish when I saw it. I'm pretty sure first time I saw it was at a neighbor's house.
It would have been on HBO or whatever sort of cable channel or something, which you guys didn't have access to.
Which, of course, we did not have.
So I would have seen it, in 1989 or 90 or whatever.
Right.
So, a couple years later.
Yeah.
It, at the time, I never met anyone who didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like, what's not to like? It's sneakily funny, sometimes overtly funny.
Right.
It's definitely a fairy tale. It's definitely like almost everything is a set. Like it feels like a very small movie, even though it's all over the outside too, all over a fake Europe.
Well, what's cool about it is because you can tell that it's a fake set, it makes it feel like a story.
Right.
So, the way that they shot it, where you've got the Fred Savage character, the boy, being read to by his grandfather.
Yeah.
And the kind of the back and forth, because the sets were artificial or contained,
right.
it made it feel like a story.
Just like Never Ending Story or one of those deals.
Right.
It feels small.
Yeah.
It feels more intimate, like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 87, when this came out, given my age and what I saw, what I was into in junior high, not into, but aware of, with pro wrestling, seeing Andre the Giant on screen was fantastic. It was so awesome. Like, oh my God, they got Andre.
He is a large human being.
He is.
Where is he
great.
from?
France. Yeah.
I come from France.
So he's got this ultra thick French accent and this ultra thick, deep voice.
Right.
Which makes him doubly hard to decipher. Yeah. It's insane. But perfect for a fairy tale giant.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I can't say it was in heavy rotation, but whenever it was on, we were always watching it, and it was always, everyone knew all the lines.
Did the theme song get played on the radio? I'm trying to...
Theme song?
Like the
I don't remember.
The storybook story.
We just watched the movie like 3 hours ago.
I know.
I don't remember one piece of music in the whole thing.
I mean, it's at the end. But they play an instrumental version of it.
So I'm gonna break into our fun facts and trivia section because it's relevant.
Okay.
The person who was responsible for all the music in the movie, Mark Knopfler.
I don't know who that is.
Lead singer, guitarist for Dire Straits.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Weird. Never would have thought that.
Straits. Wow. Okay.
Money for nothing.
Yeah.
And the Giants are free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Eric, any initial overall thoughts, or should I move into box office?
Just sort of touching on what we said before, I think it was absolutely immediately beloved by all.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard a bad word spoken about this movie.
No, agreed.
It instantly put a smile on my face this afternoon when I was watching it.
Yeah. It starts off kind of slow, but only slow for a very short time, and then you're right into it, and then.
But I love it because that's also how the boy reacts to it.
Right.
Like he's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
yeah, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, box office performance. We must have done a movie from 1987 before. I don't remember which one exactly.
Okay.
I'm sure we did. Because the list of the box office for this year, I'll go through the basics, but it is another one of these Murderer's Row type of deals.
Okay.
Or at least it's got big names that we all know, we've all seen 100 times, partially because of the age of it, but big movies. Okay, the top 10 box office performers. The Princess Bride is not one of them. Shocking. Beverly Hills Cop 2 with 153 million. Platoon, Fatal Attraction, The Untouchables, 3 Men and a Baby, The Secret to My Success, which if we did this before, I definitely said this before. I've seen so few movies more than once in the theater. The secret to my success was one of them.
That's so amazing.
It's ridiculous.
I can't believe that's one of them.
Yeah. Wasn't there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It just sort of happened.
Yeah.
So that was 6. Number 7 is Stakeout.
Oh.
Emilio Estevez and Dreyfuss.
Richard. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon. At
The
number
original one?
8. Yeah. The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh,
number 9. And Predator number 10.
Ooh.
That's amazing that one was that low. I mean, it's fine, but these days, that type of movie would be higher, I think, because of
maybe
the marketing behind it and all this stuff would be behind it. Anyway, so the top 10. So Predator at number 10 got $59 million. The Princess Bride made $30 million and came in at number 35. The budget.
Whoa, that is a tight range. 59 was 10, you said, and then 35 was 30?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But from 10 to 35, it's only a $30 million range.
Wow.
The budget was $16 million, so it doubled its budget. Not bad.
Yeah.
Now, let me run through some of the other notables outside the top 10.
Okay.
Notable for various reasons. Some of these are good, some of these are bad, some of these are just, they have big stars in them, whatever. La Bamba.
Just watching it upstairs.
Right. Crocodile Dundee. RoboCop. Dirty Dancing. Full Metal Jacket. Nightmare.
Full Metal Jacket and Platoon came out in the same year?
Yep.
Oh.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Okay.
It's a fan favorite of mine in 8th grade. Roxanne.
Okay.
Spaceballs. Yes.
Oh,
Roxanne, Spaceballs. The Golden Child.
Oh.
Summer School.
I want the knife.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes.
The Running Man. Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes.
The Lost Boys. The Princess Bride. Harry and the Hendersons. Awesome.
I don't know that I have ever watched that movie all the way through. I think I've seen snippets and I'm like, I can't watch this. Even then.
It was fine then.
I
watched it once. I think I watched it once as a kid.
It's not.
Even then I knew it was ridiculous.
The big sort of walking puppet that is the Sasquatch guy is kind of cool. But after that.
It's the same guy that was the Predator.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Big year for him.
I know.
Because the Predator came out the same year.
Yeah. Yep. Eddie Murphy, Raw.
Ooh.
Inner Space.
Yes.
Hoosiers. Oh. Little Shop of Horrors. Raising Arizona.
That's the movie we did in 87.
Right. Wall Street. Yeah, so there's
a good
handful, and there's some other ones down this list too.
If we ever do that tournament bracket for the different movie years, 87 and 84, are like the 1 and 2 seed almost.
Yeah, I forget, is it 92 or 94 is one as well? 93 maybe.
Is that a Martin Scorsese year?
I think there's a Pulp Fiction year that has a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so
it was 94 was like Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, Shawshank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a crazy year.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes score was? You want to go audience or critics first?
Audience.
All right, Al, give me your audience score for The Princess Bride.
Going off of your, I think, like everybody liked it, I'm going to say 95.
Eric?
I always feel like we overshoot, so I'm going to say 90.
All right. Audience score was 94.
Oh, what?
Huh.
Now, Eric, what do you think the critics thought of this movie?
I'm going to say 88.
Al?
85.
This, I won't say shocked, surprised me. The critics gave or liked the Princess Bride to the tune of 97%.
What? Wow.
Wow.
Critics liked it more than the
Really?
audience.
That is shocking. That's
I know.
shocking to me because
I know.
it feels a bit too quirky for
It doesn't
critics to like it.
right. It's not a movie you would automatically say critics would like.
I mean, I'm delighted by that.
That's great.
But wow. Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's jump into some trivia. I did not write a bunch of trivia down because most of the stuff I saw was not super interesting. It was just sort of random behind the scenes,
Right.
the usual stuff. So-and-so got hurt doing this, or so-and-so had some sort of dopey story, but it wasn't all that interesting. I have a few things here.
Okay.
We did touch on the music with Mark Knopfler, Dire
Okay.
Straits.
Yep.
I had no idea that happened. I will give one injury because
Okay.
it is relevant, and I don't care about the injury. I care about the method.
Okay.
Through much of the filming, specifically the sword fight, I think is part of it. Cary Elwes had a broken toe on his foot.
Oh, really?
How he got that broken toe is
Andre the Giant stepped on it,
on Andre the Giant's ATV.
which is like a 18-wheeler.
It must it's a parade float. It's got to be. It's a barge.
Oh my god!
So
Did he run over it?
no, but so when they have on location, they're in England going to a castle or something, right?
Right.
Or a hill or whatever. Everybody's staying in trailers or hotels or whatever in some village or something.
Right.
So they have to get to and from, set.
Right.
Everybody would get into a van and go to set. Andre couldn't fit inside the van. So they got him an ATV to ride.
Oh my
And
gosh!
Cary Elwes got on the ATV and was goofing off. And not that he didn't crash, but he got hit a rocky patch of turf or whatever and got his foot caught in the mechanics somehow and broke his toe.
Oh,
So
oh my god!
A, it wasn't a crash. B, it was the ATV to haul this Goliath who could not fit in a van.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
I thought that was funny.
That is insane.
That's my favorite. The two rival kingdoms in the movie are Florin and Guilder.
Yes.
They are named for two former Dutch currencies.
Oh.
The Florin with a J in there,
course.
and the Gulden. Florin and the Gulden were Florin and Guilder for Dutch for some reason.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
That's the level of trivia that I've brought to the table. So
I've got a couple things.
Go ahead. I got a couple, but keep going.
So one thing that I totally enjoyed is that Rob Reiner was the voice of the ROUSs.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I read that too. That's good.
Why does it have to be him?
Oh,
Any random animal sound. Anybody could have done that. And also, you have Andre the Giant's voice.
But they didn't want it to have a French accent. All right. There was a real Dread Pirate Roberts that existed in, I guess, the early 1800s or something like that in the Caribbean and was thought to be one of the best pirates
Bartholomew Roberts, known as Black Bart.
Yep. And
he was thought to be the most successful pirate of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, sorry.
The sword fighting between Cary Elwes and I'm now combining both the real name and the
Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin.
Was all them, no stunt doubles and anything, which is great. And my last little bit of trivia, which I love, is that the priest of the wedding was inspired by a Chicago rabbi that had a speech impediment. And the author of the book would be in service and would start giggling when this guy would start.
Oh, the writer wrote the character inspired by the guy. I thought it was the actor, because the actor's British.
No. The character was based on the Chicago rabbi who had a speech impediment would crack up the author.
Yeah.
And
love.
Yeah.
Love.
It's so good. All right, that's what I had.
Vicini's advice on not getting involved in a land war in Asia is derived from principles stated by Field Marshal Bernard L. Montgomery in a speech in the House of Lords on May 30th, 1962. He said, quote, "Rule 1 on page 1 of the Book of War is do not march on Moscow. Rule 2 is do not go fighting with your land armies in China."
Oh my God.
So it's a real quote adapted for this dopey movie.
And Eric, I got to use that quote maybe a week ago.
Fucking Ukraine
when somebody was talking about just go across, from Alaska into Asia, and I took the clip that said, my God, so good.
Never started a land war in Asia.
Yeah. Only slightly less well known.
There was rumors of a sequel to The Princess
really?
Bride. Yeah.
Okay.
Because The Princess Bride is based on a storybook written by this guy who wrote the movie.
Goldman, I think is his last
Yeah,
name.
Goldman.
Yeah.
And he wrote it as if he was paraphrasing or quoting from someone else's book that his grandfather read to him when he was younger, S. Montgomery or whoever it was. S. Montgomery never existed. That was all fake. It was him setting the scene of this storybook thing.
Right.
So the sequel would have been based on another related book, on a new story, or maybe it's a new chapter of that book. The first chapter of a new story called Buttercup's Baby. It tells the story of the hero's escape to One Tree Island and the kidnapping of Wesley and Buttercup's baby by a skinless-faced man.
Ew.
Skinless-faced madman.
Ew.
I don't know.
Feels like the red-faced guy in Avengers.
Right. The Red Skull.
Yeah.
The 30th anniversary edition of the Princess Bride novel promised to have a full version of Buttercup's Baby before the book's 50th anniversary, which was coming up in 2023. But that seems unlikely given that William Goldman's death, or he died in 2018. So all that's not going to happen. It wasn't, no one was even sure if he was going to write this thing. He just laid
Talk
it out
about
there.
Procrastinating. Like,
I
you had
know.
50 years to write that thing.
Well, you never know. Maybe it'll be uncovered in
gosh.
some dusty trunk in an attic or
there's
something.
an outline in a spiral notebook somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that concludes the totality of my trivia for this movie.
Eric, did you have anything?
The only thing I can think of, I just always kind of thought it was kind of humorous. There's that story about how Robin Wright would always be cold on set, and Andre the Giant, to keep her warm, would just place his hand over the top of her head like a big hat. Yeah. And that would like warm her up.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Like that's like how big his hands were that he could just.
He would palm her head like a
basketball.
Like a grapefruit, and
his hands were so big,
keep her warm.
Like, there was so much blood flowing through his hand that it warmed her head.
Oh my gosh, that is insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, when you see close-ups of that hand, like they are just meaty, giant.
In the movie, like when he's grabbing someone by the throat or whatever, like, it takes over the whole person's face.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then the famous pictures of him holding a can of beer, and it looks like it's one of those little 6-ounce.
Like the little V8 juice cans or something.
Yeah, the story goes like that. Andre the Giant's rings, you could slide them over an egg.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
That's insane.
Dude was a monster.
Oh my gosh. How tall was he?
They listed him at 7'4" or 7'5" as a wrestler. But all of that is overdone.
Subjective.
How much did he weigh?
But 5, I mean, at the end.
Yeah.
5'20", 5'10", whatever it was.
Wow.
But
it's a big human being.
He likely was not 7'4", probably 7'1", 7'2".
Yeah, that's still pretty big.
Yeah.
According to IMDb, he was 7'4.25".
See, I know everything. It's just everybody just.
But once again, that could be it's IMDb. It's
put
that in there. That could be his rest. Yeah, it could very well be like his wrestling stats.
Right. I mean, wrestling, when you see Hulk Hogan listed at 6'9", he's definitely 6'4.5" or 6'5.5". Like, he's not that big. He's just, when they're next to other guys that you
like
know.
Sylvester Stallone.
All right. Like when Hulk Hogan takes a picture next to Troy Aikman, they're at some event, and Troy Aikman we know is whatever, he's 6'4.5", and Hulk Hogan is an inch taller than him in the picture. He's never been 6'9". Sorry, guys. That's how the wrestling stuff goes. So that wrestling book I did 1,000 years ago,
right?
I put in all the heights and weights, and they're all over the place.
Yeah.
So you're sort of making averages and whatever.
Interesting.
Regardless, guy's a fucking giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, casting.
Okay.
Not recasturbate, but casting issues. I found really three characters that had some alternate casting possibilities.
Okay.
And that's it. I didn't look too far for them because
Yeah.
these were interesting, and that's it.
Yeah. I only saw one, but I'm sure it's one of your three.
Yeah.
Anytime there's something, I like run right past it. Like I don't want to even look. Like I said, I usually do like a slot machine on my phone. So like I kind of like flip the screen and it goes fast, and then I stop, and then I kind of pick that one.
So Vicini.
Okay.
There was a possibility, and he auditioned. I don't think he was offered, but he was right there in the running for it. Was Danny DeVito?
No, of course.
But he didn't want to do it, or like turned it down before it was even offered because he couldn't. Oh no, the other guy, Wallace Shawn. He was neck and neck with DeVito, but he couldn't pull off the Italian accent that I think DeVito was doing.
Oh.
So he thought he wasn't going to get it, but he definitely did get it. DeVito, I think, turned it down because he had some other commitment.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where he would have been a potential.
Perfectly works.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's a different character, but
Sean Wallace
actually could have looked Sicilian.
It's Wallace. I thought it was Wallace Shaw, but it's Sean. Yeah.
Is like he's so good in it.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He steals the movie in every scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fezzik.
Yes.
Was going to be potentially Arnold Schwarzenegger. Unknown at the time.
Right.
Yeah. In the
in 87?
No, it took like over 10 years to make the movie.
Yeah, like in 78 or something.
Yeah, it was like the quote-unquote production hell for a decade.
Yeah. And then when they came back to him...
he's like, no.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to do it, and then they were like... They realized Schwarzenegger is 6'2". Like this thing's being a giant.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work. Yeah. And then somebody pointed out, it may have been Schwarzenegger after he worked with him on Conan. Or no, he worked with Wilt on Conan, the second one. But there are pictures of Wilt, Chamberlain, and Schwarzenegger and Andre the Giant together.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So somehow Schwarzenegger knew Andre, so maybe he suggested it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was that little off topic, but there's that great story that Arnold Schwarzenegger told about Andre the Giant in that Andre the Giant documentary, where the two of them were out to dinner together and they started to have a friendly argument about who was going to pay for dinner.
Yep.
And Andre, to settle the argument, he didn't say anything. He just effortlessly picked Arnold Schwarzenegger up off the ground and set him like on top of a dresser.
Yeah.
And like
on top of a dresser.
Yeah, like some high piece of furniture.
Yeah.
And just
my God.
like he was nothing.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
And Schwarzenegger at the time is 6'2", 270 or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that then kind of puts into perspective, although I know that he was having a lot of health issues during the filming of the movie, but the way that Buttercup gets lifted up like she's as light as a feather by anybody in the movie, but certainly by Fezzik is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That grab of her collar.
Yeah.
It happens to her at least like 3 times throughout the movie.
When he grabs her at the beginning around the back of the neck and she immediately passes out.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. I know. Okay. Schwarzenegger. There was another name I saw for Fezzik.
Okay.
That didn't get very far because this actor would have not been well known at the time either. And the guys talked about him or to him, and then they were disappointed at how tall he wasn't. But he's still tall. Liam Neeson.
Oh.
They were thinking about Liam Neeson for Fezzik.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he's only 6'4". Like they thought he was some giant.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I don't know how valid these are. That's the only one I saw. Buttercup is interesting.
Okay.
Here's where it gets weird. It seems like this is one where everybody was reading for it, so everyone was up for it. The names I saw who auditioned, I don't believe any were offered or ever got too far, but the list includes, and this is 86 probably, right? Meg Ryan.
Okay.
Uma Thurman.
Whoa. Okay.
Courtney Cox. And here's the one that...
In 87? Okay.
Yeah, so...
Interesting.
Around the time of the Springsteen video.
Yeah.
You know, just at
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. The one that is out of type, but who the hell knows? Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
That's
interesting.
Whoopi, especially at that time, could have played a lot of things. I don't know how she works in this movie, though.
Yeah. I kind of like it, though.
Jumpin' Jack Flash, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, my God.
All right. It's your favorite. It's my favorite. It's everyone's favorite. It's a recasting debate. We call it recaster bait.
Better close the door. It's time to recasturbate.
Okay.
All right.
This got weird for me real quick. I'm going to, this is not real, but this is where I started to go with this possibility here. I started looking at the actors and the types of characters they had, and I'm like, you could do a swap out with another movie, another franchise, whatever. And based on the look and style of this movie, I kept thinking of any of those sort of sword and sandal type epics, and you could
sword and sandal.
I think that's what it's called.
I've never heard of that in my whole life.
Yeah. Those period pieces were
Yeah.
You know, or Lord of the
Sword and Sandal, I think of as like the Gladiator movies.
Right. This is not far from that.
Yeah.
I mean, time period.
This would be like a swashbuckler, more like swinging from the chandelier sword, that kind of stuff.
There you go. But so I almost thought of like a Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. Could we do a swap out there and forget it? But I went in a different direction and thought Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
So this is not real, but if we were to do that, I went Wesley would be Tom Felton, Draco. Buttercup is Emma Watson.
Right.
Inigo Montoya, I had Daniel Radcliffe. It falls apart real quick. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Vicini, I had either Ralph Fiennes or Kenneth Branagh. I don't know. I don't know how you fill that one.
This is a hard stretch here.
Oh, it's a very hard stretch. That's why I have it in red and not.
Okay.
This is Bezic. I just had Hagrid. Just Robbie Coltrane doing the same thing. And then I did the Six-Fingered Man. Count Rugen would have been Rupert Grint. So
right.
It doesn't. It falls apart real quick. But I'm like, maybe there's something, and there's nothing.
Yeah. No, there's not.
Okay, who wants to start with Wesley? I think there is one person we're all going to have. And then it's going to devolve from there.
I can go. I mean, this is not my strongest category, but...
So let me preface this, because I think we have done this before. We're all going to run into the issue. I think Allison does the best on this, though, is the age situation. If you want a younger actor, 25 or younger, or thereabouts, I don't know it. I am not aware of more than 2 actors that could fit that bill, and I struggle with all this stuff. So
yeah, I ran into the exact same problem.
So I've got 3 people. I would say number 3 his name is Jacob Elordi. He plays one of the main one of the big characters in Euphoria.
See?
Tall guy he's probably like 6'5", handsome guy, and I think he is from the British Isles somewhere, but he plays an American in the show. Got George McKay from 1917, the main guy.
Oh.
Is also in Captain Fantastic.
That's a good one.
Also British. And then the number 1 person I picked, and I've had him in my head from the beginning, was Chris Hemsworth. Because I think he could play kind of like the comedic but serious kind of part.
I think he'd be great.
Yeah.
It's definitely Chris Hemsworth 15 years ago or 20 years ago. I mean, I don't think ages with these don't really matter, but I do the tight up.
My 2 and 3 are definitely younger.
Yeah. Well, in looking at this,
they're in their 20s.
I mean, I wrote down the ages just for reference, even though I knew in a movie like this doesn't really matter. But at the time, Cary Elwes was 25.
Yeah.
Robin Wright, 21.
Yeah.
Mandy Patinkin, 35. Wallace Shawn was 44. He still looks the same today. A little older, but Andre the Giant, doesn't matter. He was 41. I'm like, oh, he lived that long?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right.
I can't believe it.
Okay.
So I don't think
he's in his mid-30s, late 30s, Chris Hemsworth?
Oh, he's in his 40s.
No way.
Absolutely.
I think he's late 30s, early 40s.
I don't know that for a fact, but I would say 41.
Oof. I don't think it's that late.
He'll be 39 in August.
All right.
Yeah.
Joe. 14.
But he's ripped.
I know. For Wesley, do we need that? Okay, Wesley.
To be on that rack? Yeah.
That's right. Wesley, I had only 2 people.
Okay.
And my second one blows the age thing out of the water. It doesn't matter.
Then why are you giving me a bunch of crap about it?
Because I struggle with it.
Okay. All right.
Guy, I would like to do it because I think he pulls off the charming aspect of this character, and I think the comedy. I would like to see a Donald Glover do it.
Oh.
I don't know if he can do it, but that was my stretch.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I thought all three of us would have just because of age was Timothy Chalamet.
Oh. I mean, as I was
he's
looking,
not blonde, but
I skipped right past him. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah.
I thought about him for a second. No way.
Right. Because when I started thinking about characters in that young 20s age,
right.
I have no
you
reference.
Don't think of anybody else.
So, the end.
Okay.
Eric, do you have a Wesley?
I do. I got 3 names here. 2 of them are not even worth mentioning.
Yes.
The one name that I have is Taron Egerton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And he's like sneakily old too, I think.
Is he?
He's like, I don't know, he's 36 or something.
Really?
I think he is.
Huh.
Roughly. Like he plays 27 or whatever.
Yeah.
25. But I think he's older.
Think those.
No, he's hang on. No, he's 31, 32.
Oh, all right. Well,
all right.
Split the difference.
That's not your gift.
No, it's not. I've been off. I mean, Hemsworth, I was off by 2 years. I'm going to take that as a win. But yeah.
Heights, yes. Age, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, Taron Egerton.
Okay.
Buttercup.
All right.
I put down 4.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say 4.
Can't say 4.
I already said 1 in my other thing, so I'm going to take her out. And I'll go 3 to, worst to best. I thought maybe Haley Steinfeld. I know she's dark-haired as opposed to blonde, but whatever.
Yeah.
Again, this is, I got to find a
You're looking for somebody in their 20s?
Yeah, a woman under 25 or thereabouts. Sydney Sweeney, she's from Euphoria, I think, right? The blonde girl.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I think this is another one I think we are all going to have or could have all had on our list is Zendaya because she's on every one.
I did not.
Really?
No.
We're
sourcing from Euphoria.
Immediately, I thought Zendaya.
Interesting.
My first thought. Yeah. Eric, you have a Buttercup?
Yeah, I got 3 names. I'll do them. I'll also do them in order. Saoirse Ronan.
I thought about her too.
That's good.
And Lily James, but again, I think she might be a little bit. I think she's like older than he would think she would be. Also, I think she's 30 something. And then Florence Pugh.
I thought about her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about her.
Yep.
For sure.
So I had Chloe Grace Moritz.
Yeah.
Elle Fanning.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then my top pick, I don't know if you guys will remember her. Her name is Teresa Palmer. She plays the love interest in Hacksaw Ridge. But most recently, she was in A Discovery of Witches. She was the female lead in Warm Bodies, that zombie movie with, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
So, but she has the look and the voice, and she's British.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now it starts to get fun. For the most part, the hard part is over, I think.
Maybe.
For me.
Yeah.
Inigo Montoya.
Okay.
I only had two. I really only have one.
Okay.
So my backup is.
Yeah.
I just like this guy, and I bring him up in almost every when we do.
Okay.
Like Keith Stanfield.
Oh yeah.
I liked him specifically in that Netflix movie, The Harder They Fall, that Idris Elba cowboy movie.
Yeah.
I liked him in that, being a little darker, grittier, or whatever. They could maybe do that. I don't know about the comedy part though.
Yeah.
But the person I like that I think takes it for me is Oscar Isaac as Inigo Montoya.
I had him and I literally crossed him out because I found some other ones that I kind of.
Yeah, I considered him too, but passed.
Al, what do you have for Inigo? Why can't this guy's name be Indigo? Because I always want to call him Indigo.
It's not Indigo?
No, it's Inigo. There's no D.
Inigo?
Yeah.
Indigo? Indigo.
I know.
All right.
Frustrating.
Interesting. Literally wrote it down as Indigo.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So I've got Diego Luna, who is in Rogue One.
Yeah. Ooh. That's good.
And then the other two are comedic people, and I don't know who I like better, and I'm laughing at both of them. One is Sasha Baron Cohen.
Holy shit. He could play 3 or 4 roles in this movie.
Yeah.
And the other is Jason Mantzoukas, who I
Holy
also
shit.
reference.
Oh my God. I think Sasha wins this one, but
I know.
Mantzoukas is good.
I like the idea of either one of them could be very funny and good.
Mantzoukas could be the six-fingered man or
Right.
something, you know?
Right.
Okay. That's good. Eric, Inigo?
I have one name.
Yes.
I was only able to come up with one name, but I think it's a good one. Pedro Pascal.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a tricky part because it's got a sneaky comedy element to it, but it's also sort of a fairly dramatic part too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the six-fingered man, Count Rugen, is apparently his name, and I've seen that movie 100 times, and I had no idea what that guy's name was. Played entirely straight by Waiting for Guffman. What's his name?
Christopher Guest.
Yeah. But there's no effort to like a sly comedy wink or nothing. He's in a dramatic movie. Like that's what he's playing that role as a dramatic movie, which is fine. But
I feel like it's over the top dramatic.
Yeah, like the
super
when he's
subtle.
interviewing him during like the torture scene. Like, honestly, tell me how it made you feel. And he starts crying. He's like, interesting, and just sort of jots at it.
Yeah. And be honest.
Right. Okay. Here's my favorite one.
Okay.
Vizzini.
All right.
I only had one answer, but now I have two.
Okay.
The second
Interesting.
one while we were watching it.
Okay.
My number one go-to, the immediate first thing I thought of was Paul Giamatti.
Of course, that's who I wrote down too. Yeah.
Instantly, like done and done.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Yep.
I have a second contender who I think I'm putting over Paul Giamatti.
Okay. Interesting.
Because he can get crazy with this.
Okay.
Needs a little bit of makeup, a little bit of costuming for this guy.
Okay.
Mike Myers.
Oh.
I want over the top Mike Myers.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
He might even be able to throw in the lisp or the speech impediment or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Myers is pretty. He should be.
He just can't do the Shrek voice.
No. Don't try a Scottish accent. Just be crazy Mike Myers.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's all I got. Eric, who's your Vizzini?
I struggled a little bit. I came up with a name. The more I think about it, the more I'm not so sure, but I'm going to stick with it. Could be interesting. It would definitely be a different sort of take on the character, but it still could be fun. Peter Dinklage.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
I've got him somewhere else.
Oh, I hope you have him where I want him to be. That's good. That's good.
Oh my God.
I thought about Dinklage for a few spots here.
I had Michael Sheen as like a distant second, but because I feel like he can play kind of a good smarmy guy, but Paul Giamatti was kind of the front runner.
Yeah, I mean Giamatti is a layup. Like you.
Yeah. Michael Sheen could have fit in a couple of places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Fezzik.
Yep.
I have 3.
Okay.
Really only have like 1.5.
Yeah.
The third guy, just because I like this guy. I don't know that he fits at all, but I just want him to be in a movie.
Okay.
Yao Ming.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Yes.
7'5" Chinese guy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
Make it work.
All right. Interesting.
Number 2, I'm just going with a giant, and it's Paul White, aka The Big Show, the other famous giant after Andre retired.
Okay.
In wrestling.
Okay.
He's 7 feet and he's 450 pounds, and he just fits he can wear Andre's clothes, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. He's done some acting too. Fine.
Okay.
The guy I think can do the comedy part of it is Shaq. I think I want Shaq to do it.
Oh my God. Anybody want a peanut? Yep.
Yeah. So I picked actual giants.
Yes.
We're not doing CGI. There's nothing. There's no
All right.
forced perspective. No.
Yep. Okay.
Al, you're a giant.
All right. So I was depending on forced perspective CGI for mine.
I mean, that's the way to go, I guess, right?
But I do have The Rock.
I fucking knew he was going to be in here somewhere.
Rock. Number 2 is Zach Galifianakis.
I didn't expect that one. Okay.
And number 1, Peter Dinklage.
I knew it. I definitely knew it. I almost did that.
And only because he plays a giant in like the Avengers.
Right. I was going to say he's already played a giant.
Yeah, he's already been a giant once, which is what made me think of it. I'm like, oh, we could totally do that for this movie.
He's a giant dwarf.
Yeah.
Good God. Eric, who's your Fezzik?
I got 3 names. Least favorite, Dave Bautista. Another one, going in the vein of the giant human being who you also cannot understand.
Well, that was my Yao Ming kind of too.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 of those then. First one, Dalip Singh. He was another professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He was in like the Adam Sandler Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Gigantic Indian guy.
Yep.
And then the last one I have, kind of going along your lines of Shaq, just another like tall guy. He's been in a movie. Brendan might appreciate this one. Boban Marjanovic from.
I love it. He would be good too. He's actually has the personality and is a funny, sort of likable guy.
All right.
So, yeah.
I don't know who it is.
He's in John Wick. John Wick 3. He fights him in that little library with the books and stuff.
Yeah.
He's 7'3".
Yep.
Hands are almost as big as Andre's.
Yep.
That's good. Wow. All right, bonus round. I like a couple.
I got one that I really like.
I got a couple.
I put a name down for count for the 6 Finger Man. I'm crossing it out. I don't even want to mention it.
Okay.
I've got one for Miracle Max and Valerie.
Okay.
They are going in as a duo.
Okay.
Larry David and Susie Essman. From the Larry David show. Yeah. Enthusiasm.
Oh my gosh. How did I miss Larry David? Oh, it's so good.
I think it's
so
perfect.
good. He could deliver that MLT line.
Sure.
You know,
and I want
mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
I want Susie Essman telling him to fuck off, like in the corner or something. Yeah.
Liar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's good.
Anybody else have a Miracle Max and Valerie?
Yes, I do.
Why is her name Valerie? Miracle Max, shouldn't it be like some other magical name for her? Yeah.
So I have a single, just Miracle Max, and then I've got a Miracle Max and Valerie duo.
Yeah.
My single that I kind of like is Kevin Hart.
Oh, whoa.
Totally different,
that
but
came out
like
left
the comedic delivery of that, I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My duo is Jack Black and Judy Greer.
Oh, I like the Jack Black. Yeah, I like Judy Greer too.
I thought about Jack Black I consider him.
Jack Black could play Fezzik. He could play Vicini.
Yeah,
he could play. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's good. Eric, do you have a Miracle Max?
I don't have a Valerie. I have a Miracle Max that I really like, but I didn't come up with a Valerie.
What do you got?
My Miracle Max is Taika Waititi.
Oh, that's good.
He should be in this movie.
That's
somewhere.
good.
He should definitely be in this movie.
That's good. Yep. Okay.
I cast the albino.
Okay.
And I only had one person in mind, and it is Jim Gaffigan. That's it.
I would cast, I didn't even think to cast him, but I would cast the guy from Barry, the Russian guy with...
That's good.
I forget the actor's name, but yeah.
I don't have any other bonus ones.
Oh, I definitely
Prince
do.
Humperdink, I didn't even think about because that character is so boring to me. I couldn't even tolerate it.
I did Prince Humperdink, and
throw out your bonus people.
I got three names, but the number one is
three people for
yes,
Humperdink?
Yes.
It could be anybody. Okay, go ahead.
So the serious one, but he's got like kind of the look, is Walton Goggins.
No, that's good.
And then one that I kind of like is Michael Fassbender.
Holy shit. As Humperdink?
Yes,
wow.
Yes. But the one that I love, nobody else gets this part, it's Paul Rudd.
It's Paul Rudd. It's definitely Paul Rudd. It's totally Paul Rudd.
Yep.
Eric, did you have a Humperdink or any other bonus round people?
I have a Humperdink. It's a favorite of Allison's. I got one name, Nicholas Hoult.
Oh. That's good. Paul Rudd.
Final call for bonus round recasting.
I don't have anybody else.
Like grandson, grandfather,
No.
Count Rugen, the six-fingered man. I thought about like casting that with Ryan Gosling for some reason. I don't know why, but
yeah,
I'm like, it's not even worth mentioning. It could be anybody. Okay, great. Memorable scenes and quotable lines. I mean, this is chock full of quotes.
Yep.
As you wish.
As you wish. As you wish. As you wish.
You can die too, for all I care.
Oh!
As you wish.
Inconceivable.
That would be inconceivable.
This would be absolutely, totally, and in all other ways inconceivable. Inconceivable! Inconceivable. He didn't fall? Inconceivable. You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Anybody want a peanut?
No more rhymes now. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
Probably he means no harm.
He's very, very short on charm.
You have a great gift for rhyme.
Yes. Some of the time.
Enough of that! Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
If they are, we all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it!
Anybody want a peanut?
Ah!
Which, Eric, I don't know if you remember at some
I know where this is going. Oh, yeah.
where mom was really mad about something and was yelling at us. It must have been like we weren't cleaning up or doing the dishes or whatever. And she was furious. And the dismount was, I mean it. And there was like a pause, and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And chiming in from somewhere in the house, I hear, anybody want a peanut? And I'm like, oh my God. And she even started laughing, but it was so perfect. It was so set up.
Yeah, it definitely broke the tension.
Yes, it was really good.
Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yes.
I will add on to that. Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. That's a good one. Have fun storming the castle.
Oh my gosh. I say that on the regular.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.
It's so good.
Do you think it'll work? It'll take a miracle.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yep.
I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
You are the Brute Squad.
You've fallen.
No, gently.
Gently. You've fallen for one of the two classic blunders. The first being never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly lesser known, never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
It's so good.
When it's all together.
It's so good.
I love it.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Land war in Asia. Fucking hell.
The ROUSs, when she says, aren't you afraid of the ROUSs? He's like, I don't think they exist. And it jumps in like from out of frame. It's the timing and editing is so great.
Apparently it was Cary Elwes' decision to dive into the quicksand head first.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Them tumbling down that hill is ridiculous.
I'm sure it was shot in a certain way to make it look steeper, but it's still a steep ass hill.
Yeah.
They're flying
the
down.
Rolling of those stunt people. Like, I'm waiting for it to be like in Spaceballs where Buttercup's got a mustache or something like that. Like, I was looking at who was going down the hill in those costumes.
Yeah. Buttercup in particular is just literally going head over heels.
Yeah.
At the end there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Toward the end when they're storming the castle, why couldn't they get a better stand-in for Andre in the cloak?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's clearly like a a 2x4
It's like a scarecrow. Yeah.
Andre is this big round mass of a monstrous human being.
Well,
and this is just a coat hanger.
And the close-up shows like his whole face in like a gaping hood, and then like when it's a distant shot, it's like a little tunnel face. Like it's super small and
slightly more effort could have made that you wouldn't have been taken out of the reality of the movie.
Yeah,
I don't get that one. Crazy.
You've been mostly dead most of the day.
Yeah, Andre's good in that whole movie.
It's good. I noticed it today. I mean, when he pulls up with those horses, like he is like towering over those animals. I'm like, there's no way that he's getting on those horses.
Not possible.
And then clearly, as they're riding away at the end, it's just a normal sized person in like his clothes. Yeah. But
so Eric,
those poor horses would have been just laid down
when they're climbing up the cliffs of insanity early in the movie. They had a rig. So Andre was heavy and he had injuries and his back was bad. He couldn't carry any weight. He couldn't carry Buttercup in his arms. She was always on a harness. He wasn't able to be as strong as he was in the movie. Like he was injured. He's old and injured and broke it down. So when he's on that rope on the cliffs of insanity, they have him on a rig attached to the mountain, basically. And when they're the people are next to him and on his back or whatever, they're sitting on like bicycle seats. And he's on some sort of they have like a forklift behind the mountain that, a piece came through a slot in the mountain wall and, lifting Andre up, and they're all on bicycle seats on this rig, whatever. And then what's his face? Wallace Shawn, in front of Andre was afraid of heights, like was deathly afraid of heights. And so as they're about to do this move, he's like freaking out, like sitting in Andre's lap, basically.
Yeah.
Like freaking the fuck out and like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I can't, this is a bad thing. And just getting more worked up and sweating and whatever. And Andre puts his meat hook of a hand on his head and starts stroking his head like a little
like
puppy
a baby
doll, like a baby, like a puppy or a baby.
Oh my God.
And apparently immediately, like he just got calm and was like, okay, well, I'm fine. I can do this.
Oh my God.
Andre treating grown adults as like tiny babies.
Yeah. Oh my God. I had always thought that Inigo was sitting in a harness like Buttercup was. No, he's just hanging on around his neck like his body is just long.
Ridiculous.
Like it's I never noticed that until today.
It's none of it really makes any sense.
God. Oh my God. Who are you? No one of consequence. I must know. Get used to disappointment.
He's gaining on us. Inconceivable. All right. How much are they worth?
All right.
And now, let's play the How Much Are They Worth game.
We've got, for this round, Fred Savage.
Ooh.
Robin Wright, Mandy Patinkin, Cary Elwes, and Rob Reiner. I wanted to get Rob Reiner.
Oh,
this one. I thought Fred Savage might as well. When's the next time I'm going to be able to put him in the movie? Or in one of these?
We do Gold Member.
It might be a while before we get there.
Okay.
Let's do Fred Savage first.
Why do I think he is going to be higher than any of us are prepared for?
Because he was an early investor in Bitcoin, and all of a sudden he's worth like billions.
Did he take care of his Wonder Years money?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he does a bunch of voiceovers.
And I think he's done like a lot of directing also.
He directed a lot of episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's got that Oswald the Octopus money.
Listen.
Oh, Oswald.
No one's a bigger fan of Oswald than us.
He's got 73 director credits. Wow, a lot of animation too. Bob's Burgers, American Dad, Family Guy. Huh. He directed Deadpool 2.
Whoa.
Oh, he was in it. Sorry, I lied.
Yeah, they did that director's cut or whatever they called it, where they recreated The Princess Bride, and it's grown Fred Savage in bed being read a story by Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I've got a number. I'm going to try to, I think my plan for this episode is to go lower than I think. That's my new tactic today.
Wow, he directed 21 episodes of Two Broke Girls. Interesting.
All right, maybe this isn't the one to go lower then. Maybe I should be going higher. All right, Eric, do you have a number?
I have a number.
Al, do you have a number?
Yep.
Eric, what do you got?
I'm going to say 30 million.
I had him at 20.
Ooh, I got 45. He directed 18 episodes of the television.
Okay. Oh, Fred Savage is an American actor and former child actor who has a net. Oh, they don't say director here at all. Has a net worth of $14 million.
No.
Huh.
I take the first one.
14. That's not right.
Well, I'm not sure if these episodic directors get a lot, you know.
He directed 2 episodes of That's So Raven.
Well, he should get 14 just for that.
Hannah Montana.
All right, we got Robin Wright Penn, or Robin Wright. She's got that House of Cards money, Forrest Gump, Princess Bride, Unbreakable.
61 actress.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
She was in Wonder Woman 1984.
She was in that too.
She was on Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
The now defunct soap opera.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all over the place with this one. Robin Wright. So she was married to Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Divorced.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, do you have one? Are you?
Yes, I got a number.
I've got 25 million.
I got 60.
Eric?
I'm going to stick with 30.
Mr. Consistency over here. Oh, okay. Robin Wright has a net worth of 65 million.
What?
Wow.
I knew I was too low.
Good for her.
Yeah. She's got too many good credits on her.
I feel like the majority of that came from like in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I think so.
It could be.
Okay, Mandy Patinkin.
65 actor credits.
Him?
Yep.
He's a guy, I think there are reports of this out there, but I've always felt this. He just, when you hear him in interviews and you see him here and there, I think he's kind of a jackass. I think he's kind of a dick.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah. One thing we didn't touch on that one of the things I read today about him, he says that his Inigo character is the favorite character he's ever played.
Yeah.
And he says that without fail, like 2 or 3 times every single day, somebody will come up to him and give him the line.
Yeah.
And he says he loves it every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a good guy, and
I've seen videos of him, like with his family and stuff. He always seems like normal.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't have it. I have no basis for any of this. What I'm saying. So it's a vibe I get. I think he's just sort of a hard ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I could be completely way off. Homeland, right? That's a big one for him.
Is that on HBO? What was it was like on one of those channels. He was in Yentl.
Yep. Criminal Minds. Wasn't he a Law and Order type guy too? Chicago Hope,
60 episodes. Whoa.
Dead Like Me. I never really got into that show, but a friend of mine really liked it.
All right.
He was in the Wonder Pets.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh my God.
Write down a number for Mandy. You do?
Yeah.
All right. Eric, give us a number for Mandy Patinkin.
40 million.
Oof, damn it. That's what I said too.
Really? I have 18.
Yeah. I'm really just going on longevity and number of credits and,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this could go this could go either way.
Yep. Mandy Patinkin is an award-winning actor who has a net worth of $12 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's done a lot of work
to
have only 12 million, but it's a lot of television.
That was my thinking and how this could have gone either way.
I'm not surprised by it.
He's done a lot, but at the
I was
same
thinking,
time,
he's been on a show for 3, 4, 5 years, and then there might be
a renegotiation
and get something big, the last couple of years, but maybe not. Cary Elwes, which I can't ever spell. There he is.
134 actor credits. Whoa. Mission Impossible 7.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff too.
Family Guy.
That's right. He was in Saw.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Well, and he did, not Waiting for Guffman, but didn't he do one of those? Wasn't he in, not the dog woman one? The folk singer one?
Oh. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
You aren't confusing him with Ed Begley Jr., are you?
No. He was in Twister.
Liar, liar.
Yeah.
He was in the TV movie Wonder Woman in 2011.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Hot Shots.
Oh, Hot Shots. I think I've got a number here. Let's put him down for... All right. Al, give us your number for Cary Elwes. 30. Mm-hmm. I went low on purpose with 18. Eric, what do you got?
Dang, I was going higher on this one. I'll say 40.
40.
You better have written that down and didn't just change it.
He prices righted you. Ooh, Cary Elwes is an English actor with a net worth of $6 million.
Whoa.
Wow.
What happened there?
Spending that cash.
Princess Bride, Days of Thunder, Twister, Liar, Liar, Saw, X-Files, Stranger Things, blah, 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 whatever.
Wow. You spending that moolah.
Jeez Louise.
Right. Has he been divorced like 4 times or?
I don't know. It's tied 2-2. You and me, Al.
Oh my goodness.
Rob Reiner.
Oh, family.
Meathead.
He's in 11 episodes of New Girl.
He's got that New Girl money.
He's got that New Girl money. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. What if it turns out he got all his money from Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh my god.
Fucking hell, this guy. But again, he's largely a director. I mean, he, of course, has been an actor.
He's got more actor credits than director credits.
I know, but I think he's got bigger director credits, you know?
He's an uncredited truck driver in The Jerk.
This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally.
Right.
A Few Good Men.
His 90s run was pretty good. Really good.
American President. Oh, Misery. I always forget that he directed Misery.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Whoa.
I just saw it 2 days ago. The Larry Sanders Show. Frasier. Yeah.
Mississippi.
Good God, this guy. Okay.
Did you guys say The Few Good Men?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
He's got some good ones. And he wrote a lot, too. Okay.
I mean, this, jeez. But these directors, I never know how much they, like, where to place them and what they make. All right, I'm gonna put a number down. I think it's low. Did you write something down, Eric?
Yes.
All right. I've got Rob Reiner again with my lowball idea today at $50 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Eric, what do you have? I think Allison's got a doozy waiting for us.
65.
Al?
I wrote down 100 million.
I knew it.
I think he took action on a lot of his movies.
I hope so. Rob Reiner is an American actor, director, writer, and producer who has a net worth of $200 million.
Yeah. Suck it. Eric got shut out.
Eric got shut out.
I did get shut out.
0.0. Wow.
Feeling good. That's always my goal. I just don't want to have 0.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's not near our record for swing and a miss, but my 50 versus 100 million, that's a pretty
50 versus 200.
Versus 200
yeah.
was that's
percentage-wise.
Big swing.
Yeah.
Big miss.
Yeah. This movie, I think without exaggeration, I've seen it 75 times, and I still giggle every time I watch it.
Yeah. It's
I've watched it so many times in college, after college.
What's good about it is I think it's tight. It's an hour and 35 minutes or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts slow. Like I said earlier, it's slow, but only for a very short time.
Yeah.
And then you're right in the storybook and you just get going. And all of a sudden you're in a land war with Asia. Like there's not a lot of preamble, even in the book. Like there's some Wesley and Buttercup things, but then all of a sudden you're with Fezzik, Vicini, and Inigo. Not Indigo. Yeah. And then you're off to the races, and it's a good.
It's so good.
The pacing is good. It's great. Super quotable.
The chasing in the castle, like through those hallways and all of it is just great.
Yeah. And you meet some awesome, good little scene-stealing characters at the end with Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
And what's her face? Yeah, it's great. How do you not like this movie? I mean, audience gave it 94%, critics gave it 97%. Everybody loves it.
Well, and what's great about it is it's relatively timeless.
Yeah.
Like it's, it was already told as, kind of a older story, pirates and blah, blah, blah. But it's shot in a way that doesn't date it.
No.
And the humor is great. Like all of it is perfect.